Hey, hey Shannon, and anyone else who might be watching this video. So today we'll talk about, this is the video for 4.2, or the mean and expected value of a standard deviation. Mean or expected value and standard deviation of a probability distribution function. So like I said in the last video, you can use the PowerPoint to fill out each of these blanks, right? It's literally in the PowerPoint. So you can use the PowerPoint to fill out these blanks. What I want to emphasize in this video, and the point here, is that to find the expected value of a PDF of a probability distribution function, or the long-term average denoted with this symbol mu, to get that, simply multiply each value, so each x value, by its probability and then add the product. So a quick example is this one. Men's soccer team plays 0, 1 or 2 days a week. So it plays 0, 1 or 2 days a week. The probability that they play 0 days is 0.2, they play 1 day is 0.5, and that they play 2 days is 0.3. So I don't need to add this because that's just the probabilities. But if I want to find the expected value, I'm going to need, because I know that the expected value is the sum, this symbol means sum, of x times the probability of that x value, right? The probability of x, right? Let me just write that simpler. It's simply x, the x values times their probabilities. I need to sum them up. So this is the product of x and its probability. 0 times 0.2 is 0. 1 times 0.5 is 0.5. 2 times 0.3 is 0.6. If I add them up, I get 1.1. So the sum of these, the product of the values and its probability, is 1.1. And this means that these guys, right, are expected to play 1.1 times a week. They're expected to play football 1.1 times a week. So that's simply how you find the expected value. Standard deviation, how you find standard deviation is similar. Again, I don't need to add this part, but in this question, complete the table, find the expected value of the number of times newborn babies crying wakes its mother after midnight. Calculate the standard deviation of the variable as well. So to find the expected value, I need to multiply the x values times the p of x. I need to multiply each of the x values times their probabilities. So for the first one, 0 times 2 over 50 is just 0. 1 times 11 out of 50 is 11 out of 50. 2 times 23 out of 50 is 46 out of 50. 3 times 9 out of 50 is 27 out of 50. 4 times 4 out of 50 is 16 out of 50. And 5 times 1 out of 50 is 5 out of 50. When I add all of these up, and this is something that you can do, add all of them up, the answer you get here in this column, the answer you get here is your value of mu. The answer you get here is your value of mu. So you know your mu, that's the answer you get after adding them up. If I do a quick addition, let me see, 46 plus 11, that is 57, plus 20 is 77, plus 7 is 84, plus 16 is 105. So I get 105 out of 50. 105 out of 50 is the same as, by 5, 1, by 5, 2.1, right? 2.1. So what this expected value means is that a newborn baby, right? A newborn baby is expected to cry and wake up his or her mother. I don't like calling babies it. Expected to cry and wake up his or her mother 2.1 times a week. That is very true, because our baby does wake us up at least those times or more. So this is how many times the baby is expected to wake its mother and father. The standard deviation is very it's a similar approach, just a little bit complicated, because remember, standard deviation, which we represent with that symbol sigma, is the deviation from the mean. So what is the difference between each value and the mean? This is basically what we're looking for. So what we'll do is get the difference between each value and the mean, square it, so that we remove the negatives, multiply each of those answers by the probabilities, and then take the square root. That's all we do. Get x minus mu squared times the probability. So that's what you're going to do. Get this value 0, subtract the mean, which is 0 minus 2.1 is negative 2.1, square that, you get I don't know, 2.1 squared is 4.41, and then multiply 4.41 by 2 out of 50. Do the same thing for this, same thing for that, same thing for that, same thing for that. Then at the end of the day, add all of them up. When you add all of them up, take a square root to find your answer. That is how we find the standard deviation of, and let me write this formula. That's how you find the standard deviation of a PDF. Writing this formula, it's supposed to be sum. So you find their sum, and then you take the square root. That's your standard deviation. Okay, so I think you can go ahead and try this one, because you're finding expected value and standard deviation. Remember, the formula's expected value is the sum of the x value times the probability, right? Just add them all up and that's the expected value. The standard deviation is still the square root of the sum of the value minus the mean squared times the probability. So get the value minus the mean, square that, multiply it by the probability, and then take square root after you have added all of them up. If you have any questions about this one, let me know. I hope that helps. Bye. Yeah, if you have questions about this, please let me know. Don't hesitate. Bye.